Welcome everyone, today is my Game Week 11 Premier League predictions. We're going to start off straight away, Friday night's game, 8 o'clock kickoff, Southampton versus Aston Villa and St Mary's. I thought Villa would bounce back from their last couple of results, but my God, were they just really, really bad on their last, 4 games, maybe even 5 games now. Southampton away with a 1-0 win away to us at Watford. Can't complain really. Great finish from Shea Adams. A really, really good goal. Don't get me wrong, too much time on the ball. Defenders did not do good enough to close them down. It is what it is. I'm still salty about it, but it is what it is. It's the life of a Watford fan, I suppose. This one, do you know what? I don't really see this one being that of an interesting Friday night game. To be fair, I could be really wrong about that. But for me, it's a game that has, with both teams, Southampton don't look like scoring a lot of goals, and Aston Villa just don't look like scoring at all. But I do think Villa will get a goal to this game anyway. I do think this will end Southampton 1, Aston Villa 1. Saturday now, for some reason, I don't know if this is unusual, but as far as I remember, this is a big game, the Manchester derby. Manchester United are at home to Manchester City. 12:30 kickoff, I think, is a weird time. This game's usually late, like the 5:30 on a Saturday, or maybe it's a 4:30 on a Sunday. But I thought this was a very unusual time to have the Manchester derby at 12:30. This one's interesting. As much as Man City didn't look great at all against Crystal Palace, and they've just come away with a 4-1 win against Club Brugge in the Champions League, I think Manchester City will. Do you know what? It sounds really weird, but if this was at the Etihad, I'd probably go for a United win because I feel like they actually do better there. But Old Trafford, I have to go with I think there'll be loads of goals. I think this will be Manchester United 2, Manchester City 3. Onto the 3 o'clocks, it is Chelsea versus Burnley. This is nothing but a Chelsea win for me again. Don't get me wrong, their performance against Malmo really wasn't that great, and that was probably the most boring Champions League game of the week, in my opinion. But Burnley, poor. Don't get me wrong, last game, fantastic. 3-1 win against Brentford at home, really, really good. But if we're being real, they're no match for this Chelsea side, regardless of their injury. So I'm going to have to go for Chelsea 2, Burnley 0. Crystal Palace at home to Wolverhampton Wanderers. This game, for me, Crystal Palace, draw kings this season. This 100% has draw written all over it. I'm going to say Crystal Palace 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. Brentford at home to Norwich. Now, Norwich 2-1 loss to Leeds at home. That is 10 games, 0 wins, 2 draws, 8 losses. That is a really poor record, and I actually just, at this point now, I think I just feel bad for Norwich fans. But I feel like they're at a point now where every time they lose, they just don't care anymore. I feel like they're already at that point after 10 games. Don't see anything for Norwich this game. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Brentford will smash them, but this is not going to be a win for Norwich. It's not going to be their first win of the season. I'm going to have to go for Brentford 2, Norwich 1. Now, the 5:30 kickoff is one I find quite boring. It is Brighton versus Newcastle. I really hope they prove me wrong, because obviously I'm going to watch it. Any 12:30 kickoff and 5:30 kickoff I'm going to watch, but come on, man. Why is this the 5:30 kickoff? Don't get me wrong. We played Brighton away. Ours was a 5:30 kickoff on Sky Sports, and I'm sure everyone else in the league was like, why is that a 5:30 kickoff? I get it. But for me, this fixture this doesn't interest me at all. I'm going to watch it, but it just, it's a game where they're probably going to both play very defensive, and for me, as well as Brighton are doing, and as bad as Newcastle are doing, I see this being a draw. I'm going to go for Brighton 0, Newcastle United 0. On to Sunday, we have 4 games, and arguably they're a lot more interesting than the ones we've just spoken about. But I could be wrong, because every time I seem to predict a fixture that seems to be dead, there's always actually quite a few goals and quite a lot happening in the game. And a lot of the time, the fixtures that are meant to be really interesting are the ones that don't really have much in it. So it's football, it's Premier League. I'm probably just being down on all the other fixtures. All the other fixtures are probably going to be much better than Sunday ones now, I've said this. But anyway, so it is Everton at home to Tottenham, 2 o'clock kickoff. Everton are really poor. But Tottenham are really poor, but they've just got Conte in, and I don't think it would be normal of me to not suggest a Tottenham win under his first game of the season for Tottenham. Do I think Tottenham will still do well this season? Not really, because I don't feel like Conte is going to be given the backing of the board, in my opinion. So no, I still don't think they're going to do that great under him. I think they'll do a bit better than what they've done under Nuno, but Nuno was just the wrong call anyway. Calvert-Lewin's not back. Richarlison is. Socorro's not back yet. For me, Everton still have one more problems than Tottenham do. I'm going to have to go for Everton 0, Tottenham 2. Now another 2 o'clock kickoff is Leicester away to Leeds United. Leeds, they won at Norwich, but they did not deserve the win. I'm going to be honest. They didn't. They were really poor. It just shows how bad Norwich really are this season. Like, goalkeeper mistake from Krul, definitely, yeah. But then, so was the only reason Norwich scored was, you could argue that game should have only been 1-0 to Leeds, really, but it is what it is. It's football, these things happen. But Leeds were poor. In my opinion, Norwich should have definitely got a point in that game. Leicester, really bad against Arsenal. But don't get me wrong, Arsenal, fair play. So dominant, so good. Just so consistent in that whole game. And even when it came to the second half of it being like an all-out Leicester attack, Arsenal defended so well. And they really look like a good squad under Mikel Arteta at the moment. Unbeaten in 8 games at all competitions. But I'll get onto them in a minute. For this game, it's hard to call. Leeds are at home, so I know the fans are going to be amazing. They always are at Elland Road. But unfortunately, this one's it's one where it's just going to be close, and I think it's going to be a draw again. I'm going to have to go another draw here. I'm going to have to go for Leeds United 1, Leicester City 1. On to the last 2 o'clock kickoff of the day that I'm going to talk about is Arsenal at home at the Emirates versus my team, Watford. Am I going to go back to negative fan this week? Absolutely. Why? Oh, here's why. Welcome everyone to today's match day vlog. Today is Watford versus Southampton at Vicarage Road. I'm going to be positive for once in my life. So yeah, 2-1 to Watford today. Yeah, still kind of pissed off about the Southampton game. Can't lie, I think we were really, really poor. I'm not going to say it was the worst performance of the season. Of course it wasn't. Many others that have been a lot worse. But was we good at all? Not at all. Ismaila Sarr, I had to say, looks so uninterested at us with us at the moment. But I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to be that fan who just says that's down to him who wanted to leave. It might not be, but he looks uninterested at the moment completely. I think he has had 2, maybe 3 good games out of the 10 we've played. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh. Maybe he's had better performances than just 3, or maybe I'm being a bit harsh. But for me, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing Watford players being lazy. I'm sick of Watford players not trying 110% every game. I'm sick of watching Watford not put tackles in. I'm sick of us giving people too much time, too much space on the ball. And people wonder why we complain like I see so many things like, oh, Watford fans complain like they should be a top 6 club. I mean, some fans, don't get me wrong, do have well too high expectations of us. I know we are at best a mid-table club. I'm more than fine with that. I've come to terms with that many, many times. We have overachieved at times and we have underachieved at times. But mid-table, we need to be safe. We need to be 14th, 15th, around there. But I think we're 16th, 17th right now. But we're so close to relegation, it's just not good. So I don't like this. We've been so many goals this season have been so avoidable. It's not like we've just played against really good opposition. Like Liverpool, I'm not even being funny. We lost 5-0. Oh my god, about 3 of their goals could have been avoided. I'm not even joking. Like that game could have been 2 or 1-0 to Liverpool, but instead we lost 5-0. Southampton, so much time on the ball for Shay Adams, so much space. Where's the closing down? Where's the getting into them? Stay close to your man. We just don't go man to man. We never stay close. Tom Cleverley came on, put tackles in as he does. The one thing I've always rated about Tom Cleverley, 110% work rate every single game he plays. He gives it 110% for Watford every single time. Plays for the badge. And I'm not accusing the players of not playing for Watford and not playing for the badge or playing for the manager. I'm not accusing anyone of doing that. I just think a lot of our squad are really lazy at the moment. And I think, get stuck in, don't be scared to get a yellow card. Don't get me wrong, don't be giving away stupid fouls, but just get stuck in, get close to your man. If we had got close to Shay Adams, there would have been no goal. We gave him so much space and time. Great finish, to be fair. Top bins. You can't really save it. I see some fans blaming Ben Foster, by the way. Get out of here, man. If you're blaming Ben Foster for that goal, you're an idiot. It was a great finish. You can't do anything about that. And Ben Foster's still receiving hate from the Liverpool game anyway. I don't know why. I think Watford fans were just really salty about the loss and they started pinning it on Ben Foster getting Mohamed Salah's shirt. Stupid. Really stupid. I think the way he gets a lot of hate is ridiculous because I personally believe his YouTube doesn't affect his football at all. I think he's playing the same he would do even if he didn't have a channel. He's 39 or 38, sorry. So you got to realise he's not in his prime keeper like he once was, but he's still a fantastic goalkeeper. Definitely still Prem quality. But that's enough about my rant on all of that. To the prediction of the game, Arsenal is simply too good for us. I have to be honest. As you just heard me ramble on for a few minutes there, we are piss poor in defence. We're awful in midfield. Our attack just don't look interested at the moment. We do have Emmanuel Dennis back this game, but I don't think it's going to be enough to do any kind of damage. I think this will be Arsenal 3, Watford 0. Unfortunately, I think Smith Rowe's on fire. Would not be surprised if he gets another goal. Wouldn't be surprised if it's a game where Laka and Abba get involved, or maybe even Pepe gets involved. And we're also a team who we consider defenders quite a lot, so it wouldn't surprise me if maybe fucking Kieran Tierney comes in and scores a goal, or their new right back. I always forget his name, but yeah, you know, unfortunately, I don't see any kind of positive result this game. I'm going to stay negative in this game. I don't care what people say. Typical Watford to win at Everton, and then we lose to Southampton. So yeah, no chance this game for me. 3-0 Arsenal, and I don't think Watford are going to win the next 5 games. Now the last game of the weekend is West Ham at home to Liverpool, 4:30 kickoff on Sunday. Interesting game, really. I mean, I think it will be really close. West Ham look phenomenal. They destroyed Aston Villa 4-1. Like, well-deserved 4-1 win. No complaints from a neutral fan's point of view. Liverpool, though, still unbeaten in the league. Did draw 2-2 after being 2-0 up at Anfield to Brighton, but they've just come away with a convincing 2-0 win against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. I think this will... it's hard to call. I'm going to go for a Liverpool win, but it will not be easy. I'm going to go for a West Ham United 1, Liverpool 2. So that was my predictions for this week's Premier League predictions. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Sorry if this one was a quick, short video. I've just got to get a video out today, push some other content out for the next week. I am going to the Watford-Manchester United game after international break. But again, unfortunately, as we all know, after this weekend's football, it is international break for 2 weeks again, which is kind of a bummer for everyone, really. But of course, as always, as we all do, we can't wait for the Premier League to start this weekend, and we can't wait for it to come back in 2 weeks' time. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back soon.